Hello, I'm Chef Lorious and welcome back to the Love Lab. So glad to have you with me today. Today we're making pumpkin scones. Let's go over our ingredients and let's get right to it. We've got 2 cups of flour, all-purpose flour here. We've got 2/3 cup of sugar, a tablespoon of baking powder, 1/3 cup of heavy whipping cream, some vanilla flavoring, and 1 egg and 1/2 cup of pumpkin, and of course a stick of butter. Okay, and I have some salt too. Okay, so we've got everything together. Let's get right into it. All right, first thing we're going to do is take our flour. I'm going to add to it a teaspoon of salt, okay, because we want them to have flavor, right? They need flavor. And we're going to also put in there our baking powder, okay, and our sugar. Okay, then we're going to take a whisk here, whisk these all together, help everybody get friendly in here. Now we are grating our butter, getting it into our dry mixture. You don't have to grate it, but I recommend it because I like the way it's able to be coated by the flour. Be careful though when you're grating. See, I'm using the paper to get as I get closer because I've had an accident or two on the grater. And that's not fun. By no means is that fun. And we're going to start to stir. Now, before we even get to mixing in our liquids, we want to get this butter incorporated with these dry ingredients. Okay guys, so what I did was I got a glove because truly the best way to get the butter and the flour all to be friends is to use your hands. We're going to use some pumpkin along with the egg and the cream. Pumpkin is a very wet substance when you get it in the can, the pureed pumpkin. So what I have here is a paper towel. I've measured out my 1/2 cup. I'm going to put it on this paper towel directly. And I'm going to do that so that the extra moisture in the pumpkin can be absorbed by the paper towel. And that is going to come in very handy because we can get extra moisture with that pumpkin, and too much moisture will affect the texture of our scones, and we don't want that. We don't want that, right? Okay, so let's get ready for our wet ingredients. We're going to take our heavy cream and our 1 egg. Okay, put the egg right in there. I'm going to take my fork and just lightly mix these together. Okay. Now I'm going to come over to this pumpkin, and you can see the extra liquid that's been absorbed by the paper towel. Okay, so I'm going to take the pumpkin and put it in there as well. See that? Extra liquid. I'm telling you, pumpkin is very moist, so you just want to be careful with it. And I'm going to go ahead and get this pumpkin broken up. Before we add the liquid here, we're going to put in some spices. I've got some cinnamon. Okay, we're making our own pumpkin spice. We're just using flavors that play well together. Cinnamon, this is some nutmeg. A little bit of ginger. And a few ground cloves. Go kind of light on the cloves though, because cloves can be a little heavy. There we go. Back with our whisk. And now we're going to go ahead and put in our wet ingredients. Now, I'm going to first I'll put a little well here. See that? We've got a well kind of in the middle of our bowl. Okay, we're going to add now our wet ingredients, which is our pumpkin, egg, and heavy cream. Oh, I can smell the smells of pumpkin spice, the ginger, the cloves, the cinnamon, and the nutmeg. All right, now that all of that's ready, we're gonna move this aside. Oh, we almost forgot our vanilla. Okay, now this dough, like I said, is sticky dough. So what we're gonna do is switch over our cutting board, or you can just do this on your counter. I like doing it on the cutting board. I don't think there's a particular reason, I just do. It's just a little extra butter there, okay? So what we're gonna do is take our flour, put some flour here, okay? That's gonna make sure it doesn't stick. And then we're gonna just dump this out like this. Now we are going to have to use more flour. See how it's not sticking because we have flour underneath it? Gonna just do a little more pinch of flour. Don't need too much. Okay, now that we've got our dough into a disc, it's got a nice little bit of thickness to it. It's about a ½ inch or so. We're going to cut it. Oh, these look really good. They already smell good. Want to give them a little space to breathe. All right, then we're going to take a little bit of cream, a little more heavy cream, and just brush the tops, okay? It's going to give them a nice finish. Okay, we're going to put these in a 400-degree oven for about 20 minutes, maybe 25. We'll take a look and see how they look after 20 minutes, and then we'll know. And then we'll take them out, we'll glaze them up, and we will be ready to have pumpkin scones. I'm so excited. Into the oven. Well, our scones were in the oven for 25 minutes. Here's how I know they're done. I took a little toothpick and just stick it in. Comes back clean. They're done. All right, so what we're gonna do now is make our icing. It's important though that you don't put the icing on the scones until they've had a chance to cool off a little bit. Otherwise it'll just melt and it kind of won't be cool. All right, so I let them sit for a little bit and I actually wait to start on the icing until after they come out the oven. Yeah, it works. Okay, so here I've got about 1.5 cups of confectioner's sugar. And I've got some more heavy cream, okay? And I'm gonna put the heavy cream in like a tablespoon or so at a time because we're gonna mix it together. Go nicely on the scones. I'm gonna add some maple flavoring. I think maple and pumpkin are good friends. Oh yeah, see that's gonna land nicely on our scones. Okay, and I'm going to commence with drizzling or pouring. You know, you can dunk too if you want. Oh, that looks delicious. Okay, and now that our icing is on, I'm gonna take some sprinkles. I'm just gonna make them pretty because it's pumpkin time. And not too much. Smidge. Sugar crystals on there. And there you have it, beautiful pumpkin scones. I cannot wait to dig in. So good. Thanks for joining me. I'll see you next time on Calabama Cooking. I'm Chef Lorious. Happy cooking.